Hi everyone, in today's video I'll be making these crocheted headbands. Tools that I used. For the yarn I used 3-ply, a 3mm crocheted hook, a pair of scissors, and a darning needle. To begin, first make a slip knot. Once you have your slip knot, make a chain of 18. And if you're using a different type of yarn, make sure that it ends with an even number. Once you have 18 chains, count 5 stitches from your hook. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and make 1 double crochet into the 6th stitch. To make a double crochet, yarn over, insert your hook, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, and yarn over, pull through 2. Chain 1, skip 1, and make 1 double crochet into the next stitch. Chain 1, skip 1, and make 1 double crochet into the next stitch. Chain 1 and repeat the same pattern until you reach the end of the row. For row 2, chain 3, turn your work, skip the chain space and make 1 double crochet into the next stitch. This chain 3 will be our first double crochet. Chain 1, skip the chain space and make 1 double crochet into the next stitch. Chain 1, skip the chain space and make 1 double crochet into the next stitch. Chain 1 and keep repeating the same pattern until you reach the end of the row, and I'll meet you back again. Chain 1, skip 1 and make 1 double crochet into the next stitch. For row 3, chain 3, turn your work, skip the chain space and make 1 double crochet into the next stitch. Chain 1, skip 1 and make 1 double crochet into the next stitch. Chain 1 and keep repeating the same pattern until you reach the end of the row. From row 4 till row 32, keep repeating the same pattern and I'll meet you back at row 32. Once you reach row 32, from row 33 onwards, we will be making a decreasing stitch. So, to make a decreasing stitch, chain 2, turn your work, and make 1 double crochet into the next stitch. This will be our first decreasing stitch, and we will only be decreasing on the sides. Chain 1, make 1 double crochet into the next stitch. Chain 1, skip the chain space and make 1 double crochet into the next stitch. Chain 1 and continue repeating until you reach the last 2 stitches, and I'll meet you back again. Chain 1. Once you reach the last 2 stitches, we will be making a decreasing stitch. So, to make the decreasing stitch, skip the chain space and make 1 half double crochet into the next stitch. Skip 1 stitch and make 1 half double into the next stitch. Once you have 5 loops on your hook, yarn over and pull through all the loops. For row 34, chain 2, turn your work, skip the chain space and make 1 double crochet into the next stitch. This will be our first decreasing stitch. Chain 1, skip the chain space and make 1 double crochet into the next stitch. Chain 1, skip the chain space and make 1 double crochet into the next stitch. Once you reach the last 2 stitches, we will be making a decreasing stitch. So, yarn over, insert your hook, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, insert your hook, yarn over, pull through, and yarn over, pull through all loops. For row 35, chain 2, turn your work, make 1 double crochet into the next stitch. Chain 1. For the next 2 stitches, we will be making a decreasing stitch. For row 36, chain 2, turn your work and make 1 double crochet into the next stitch. Once you reach the last stitch, make a chain of 70. You can now cut off the yarn. Now we will be repeating the same on the other side. Take your yarn and make a slip knot. Insert your slip knot into the middle chain. Chain 2. Carry your tail when you make the chains. Yarn over and make 1 double crochet into the next stitch. Chain 1, skip the chain space and make 1 double crochet into the next stitch. Chain 1 and keep repeating the same pattern until you reach the last 2 stitches. Make a decreasing stitch into the last 2 stitches. Yarn over, insert your hook, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, insert your hook, and yarn over, pull through. Once you have 5 loops on your hook, yarn over and pull through all the loops. For the next row, chain 2, turn your work, and make 1 double crochet into the next stitch. Chain 1, skip 1 and make 1 double crochet into the next stitch. Chain 1, skip 1 and make 1 double crochet into the next stitch. Chain 1, and once you reach the last 2 stitches, make a decreasing stitch. chain 2, turn your work, make 1 double crochet into the next stitch, chain 1, and make a decreasing stitch into the next 2 stitches. Chain 2, turn your work, and make 1 double crochet into the next stitch. And once you reach the last stitch, make a chain of 70 and cut off the yarn. And once you're done, you can now weave in the ends. And with that, we are done making our headband.